Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Barack and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, we're going with Asia Brown and Van Brown. Asia Lena Brown is an American politician who currently serves as the mayor of Compton, California. She won the election, defeating both incumbent mayor Eric J. some white name, Peritionen, probably white, I can't say it though, and former mayor Omar Bradley. In 2018, she's announced to run for the United States House of Representatives in California 44th Congressional District. Asia is married to Van Brown, a petrochemical safety manager whom she met and began dating in high school. Van Brown is a former University of Southern California football player. Brown and her husband moved to Compton in 2009. I remember when she won because that made national news. I remember being in white ass New England. All I remember was sis with a nice sickening press out leaning against a fence in Compton.
Yeah.
And it was like, meet Compton's new mayor. Right. I said, all right, Aisha, I see you, girl. And I see she moving on up, doing what is the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, sis, I don't need to be mayor long, honey. I don't need I just need a decade under my belt to be mayor. Then we're moving onward and upward to other things. Sis, I'm trying to be president."
I can see her pulling a Barack Obama.
I can absolutely see her pulling a Barack Obama too. I mean, I need to dig more into her. Like, of course, I know her overall standings, right? But I've never heard her speak, right? I haven't seen how she interacts with a crowd and all that good stuff. So. Shout out to her. Shout out to Compton.
Yeah, shout them out.
California be having like these civil rights back, continent black, island black folks I can get with. Sometimes on the East Coast it was a little rough.
It sure was.
You be talking to the continent black, the island black, I respect where you come from, right? But we all black. And some of them understood. I only surround myself with people who understand they black. But folks I did hang out with, they really didn't understand. I remember my previous job, I was having a conversation with a group of black women. For the majority, I was cool with the majority of them. But one woman, we was having lunch, right? I'm eating my flaming hot Cheetos. And she asked the question, do you think woman of color is a derogatory term? Hey, bitch.
What?
Not at lunch. Soon as she asked the question, I was like, oh, you insecure in your own blackness. But I didn't have the heart to tell her.
Oh.
And I think one of the other girls was like, long you don't call me a nigga, I'm cool. She was civil rights black. But I was thinking in my head oh, sis. And the thing was, I don't know why she was insecure, because she looked like a nigga to me. She just looked like a black girl with take it back. She looked like she was mixed, right? So it looks like she had a black daddy and a white mama. But I would consider you black.
I agree.
That wasn't her nationality, but I don't know if you know who I'm talking about.
I probably don't. Maybe I do.
She married one of our friends.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And when she asked the question, I wanted to Viola Davis it. But I was in my walk, and so I couldn't.
Oh.
But it's always a red flag to me when other people of color ask those types of questions.
Mm-hmm.
They ask those types of questions like they're part of the whites, like they're infiltrating.
Right.
You're black, sis. You be called what you want. What are you talking about?
Nigga, you black. You just want to go up to them and say, nigga, you black. You can't pass the, the one drop rule.
Brown paper. Yeah, nah.
You can't pass the one drop rule. So you're black.
And then it had me thinking oh, well, why are you questioning your blackness?
Right.
Now I'm suspicious. But I went the other one. At least she was Los don't call me no nigga, I'm cool. But questions like that always I never know. But I guess I come from my place of privilege of blackness, right? Where my blackness has never been challenged.
It's never been questioned.
It's never.
Well,
never. Good, bad, or ugly.
I remember that one time.
Oops. Who has ever questioned Nyambi's blackness? It's somebody who don't know me.
No, I'm thinking about when people met my mama, because she got vitiligo.
Oh, you talking about you? Yeah,
so
they challenged
then
blackness.
my mama got vitiligo, and niggas Narum, you white? You got some white in you? No, nigga, my mama.
People know what vitiligo is, just in case folks don't know what that. It's the Michael Jackson tizzy.
It's that Michael Jackson, the real shit. She ain't bleaching her skin. She just woke up one day, she had a car accident, and then a couple days later, she had this I want to say albino patch on her elbow.
my God, just her skin changed now.
Well, albino patch. And the next thing you know, over 5 years, she just
It took
turned white.
5 years. I never asked you that.
Yeah, it took about 5 or so years.
How did she
Like,
feel about
I don't know, because my mom was already red bone. So,
it? Oh my God, who uses that word?
what?
Who uses that terminology? That born after 1970.
My mom was already red bone. So,
Mhm.
the change wasn't as drastic as like, other people. Other people
Like
I've
having
seen with,
Nyambi.
yeah, like other people I've seen with vitiligo. So, I think one of the things, like, she was just worried, like I can deal with this because I'm old and I am what I am. But kids, grandkids, how's it? Does this
Okay.
transfer to them? Is this generational and things of that sort? So, like, I remember like going to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist being like, only 1% of the population get it, and then their kids is like a 1% of 1%, so it's like a half a penny. So I wouldn't hold your breath to get it.
With vitiligo, there's no other side effects except loss of pigmentation, melatonin in your skin, and sensitivity to light, right?
Correct.
Or increased chance of skin cancer too,
Yeah,
right?
increased chance of skin cancer because you have no melanin in your skin, but sensitivity to light and yeah.
Is her eyes too? Did all that change?
No, her eyes didn't change.
Yeah.
Her hair did too.
Yeah, her hair did change.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess we should be talking about this if we had children. They'd be the penny of the penny. But I believe in being a penny. So you got to be equipped.
Right.
But people was mean. But your mom still look black to me.
That's the thing. Like, my mom still
I
got
don't see your mom and be like, oh shit, she a white woman.
just because
She just
like
a light skinned black woman.
baby, because niggas is evolved. You got to talk about like 1995 and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like back then, getting picked up from middle school, and like my
That's
mama
true.
come in and like got vitiligo, and niggas be like, "Oh, Niram white, Niram you half white, or
Ain't nothing
Niram
about you says half white.
right, or Niram you adopted." I got that one
Oh,
too.
well,
Like
that's
who's
disrespectful.
this white lady picking you up?
Meanwhile, on the rest, they done see your mom for all these years.
Exactly.
Same hair, same everything else. All of a sudden, she a different woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how niggas will treat you.
Oh, okay. Who is you?
I'm Niram,
And I'm Nyambi.
and this is episode 193, y'all.
Happy Friday.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. You got to check in.
Actually, I don't have a check-in, right? So for y'all listening, I'm still in Detroit, and I'm in the process of packing, getting ready to go back to California. By the time y'all hear this, hopefully I'll be back in California, spending some time with a very, very good friend of mine, gallivanting for her birthday. But my only update is I have been restored in the Black Salon experience. God is good. I thought I was going to have to shave my head.
Tell us more.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still thinking about lots. Like I'm still going to like. It just made me more comfortable with it. Like before, I was like, "Child, I'm just going to sit in my bathroom and twist my own hair, and start a YouTube channel." Like I wasn't going to play. Like y'all don't understand. I was about to go on a natural hair journey and take y'all with me. I reached out to Fancy. She sent me the hair, so I'm like, "All right, Fancy. Like, where do I need to get my hair done? Like, you know what I'm saying? Asking these questions." And she was like, "No, go to this person. She lit. She'll tear you up." I went to her. She put in the weave and did it how I wanted her to.
Okay.
I like it though. My
Yeah.
weave is laid. It looks like the real Olivia. I was a broke down Olivia Pope. I was Olivia Pope in grad school with my weave from California, but now I am the White House Olivia Pope
Oh, okay.
with a mean bob.
So you got the picture in the museum.
Yes, I've arrived.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm at. I have arrived. So I am so excited.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. Do you like it?
From what I've seen from Skype, you giving me like Kelly Rowland good weaveness.
Kelly Rowland.
Yes.
What area Kelly Rowland? Kelly Rowland has some bad eras. When she was with the bangs, honey.
It's like a mixture between Kelly Rowland and Sanaa Lathan. So if they weaves came together and had a baby.
I don't even know what Niram's talking about. These are pieces Niram have crushes on.
If you put those two weaves together, that's what you got.
Because as of now, Sanaa Lathan is bald.
Before the bald phase.
Before the bald phase.
Yes.
All of that.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah, I like
Crazy
it
thing.
though. It looks good. It looks better than when old girl
Right?
did it out here.
Like, it's a difference, right? Like, now I want to be shady and go to her and be like, can you do this?
But that's the thing. Like I don't. So it's a couple things.
Yeah.
A, we got to holler at Fancy just to figure out we can get this sponsorship because
Yeah.
because the hair is different.
Oh,
So
come
that
on.
so that hair is different. Free promo here. Shout out to Fancy and Ivy League tresses
Yeah.
because I felt that hair.
Yeah.
It got volume and shit.
You silly.
It got some weight to it.
Yeah, it got a little something going on in it.
You
It's
know that-
beautiful, right?
Yeah, that other weave.
I got up and left out the shop so quick. I left one of my bundles there.
You going back and get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. Actually, I think I'm going back to her. Like, I'm always like, sis, put it in your cabinet. I'll be back.
So now you're gonna be making trips back to Detroit to get your hair done.
Yep. Yes. If this was what it is, why wouldn't I?
How many bundles you use?
In my hair right now, 2.
Oh, okay.
And with a little bit to leave out. So I bought 3, so I have 1 that's left there.
Okay. Yeah, you better go with that bundle because that's good hair.
It's great hair. Thank you. See, it's just restored. I have new energy. Like, now I was like, oh, now I need makeup on. Now I need my nails done.
Oh yeah. Just go ahead and get it all done, baby.
You do it all. Sickening. I feel like a new woman, kind of, though.
I'm glad you do because I know you was having this. I know you was having this trepidation about this hair.
I was ready for her, like, and I went in with an attitude, like, in my head. Because I went in and she was working on someone's head. So I was like, now that I'm going to be here for 10 hours. Since why did you text me and tell me you was working on somebody here? But she moved quick on the other person. And she moved quick on mine, too. And I'm thinking in my head, like, can you move to California?
Did she wash it? Did she blow dry it? Tell me more about this. Tell me about this experience.
What are you talking about? She did everything. Everything. Washed it, blow dried it, deep conditioned it, oiled my scalp.
She oiled the scalp?
Oiled the scalp.
Jesus. Yes, Lord.
Gave me a deep massage. Under the dryer, hot oil treatment.
And a hot oil
All
treatment?
for a very reasonable price. Less than it was in California. That's why I said I want to go back and be like, sis, this is what I was looking for.
You should. I would be shady and send her pictures.
Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. And that's what I was talking about, of quality, right? Like, I'm paying you to do a job, and this is what you do, right? And then you go back to the hood, go back to the city, and these girls pay half of what they charge now in California and doing... she needed more money. I had to give her a $20 tip because she wasn't charging enough.
Well, I told you what you probably need to do, but you don't want to do it. You gotta go to the town. You gotta take your ass to Oakland.
Go and play in Oakland.
Yeah, you gotta take my gun with you.
Oh my God, I'm not taking a gun again. Or you're gonna have to drive with me because they ain't doing early appointments.
Right. So I gotta be there with the peacemaker. RP Papa. Be there with the peacemaker.
But yeah, I'm very pleased with it. Like, I'm almost sad. Like, oh God, this is going to be a very quick 5 to 6 weeks, isn't it? Like, I need to start plotting now for what I'm going to do in 5 to 6 weeks.
Well, you gotta get your coins up. Go back to Detroit.
That's all I got. But I'm very pleased. I'm back on the game. Detroit has saved it. But we said this before. Detroit has done it again. The hair capital.
It is.
Flawlessly. And when I tell you this foundation ain't going nowhere, it ain't going nano. The wind was blowing and not a track in sight.
Ooh. What closure? Okay.
Come on. No closure. Just a little piece of my hair. Because that's how I was done with closure. I don't got time for that looking like a mop on my head. But low key, high key, she did a closure on somebody before me. And I said, what closure? What lace? I said, bitch. She was so good at the last person. I said, bitch, you did that. Why are you laughing at me? That's what I told her. I said, bitch, you did that, honey. Oh, I said, I know you about to lay this hair. I said, she's like, what you want? I said, girl, the way you did her closure, you do what you feel necessary. All I'm asking for is some form of a bob that ain't too ethnic.
Never mind.
You know what I mean by that.
Yes, I do.
We can go very ethnic with these bobs.
I do.
The bob is a very classic style, but we can get real ethnic with it.
I do.
And I don't got time to go back to Silicon Valley, that ethnic.
I understand.
But that's all my check-in. I'm pleased though.
That's what's up. My check. Truthfully, I ain't got nothing. Like, I'm just doing my last little bit while y'all hearing this, and I'll be coming back to Colonizer Valley, and I'm heading to NYC.
Yeah.
So we like 2 ships in the night.
2 ships passing in the night. You won't be. I try to keep my hair up for you.
Please.
Keep it up for you, baby.
Mm-hmm. So that's about it. Just doing that and just doing my last little things. What I was gonna say? We voted.
Oh my God.
So
how long did it take to get through it?
Oh my God, it took so damn long. Shout out to, what is it called? I think it's like Cal Matters or something like that. So they got it where out here in California, or some website got it where each proposition, they break down each proposition in 60 seconds or less.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of dope because it broke it down, but then it also gave like a list of people who's like proponents of it and people who are opponents of it. And I just broke it down. So it's like, okay, we don't get this, or this proposition really don't matter much to us, but like, who else is arguing this?
Who does it matter?
Right. Yeah. Who it matters to? Oh, the Teachers Association is fighting for it. But the rental associations and the companies are fighting for this. Okay. So you can start thinking about that. Something to do with it. Until the election over, all our titles in the podcast gonna have something to do with vote.
Yes, so we're gonna need y'all to go out and vote. Don't you forget. We've already said if you need help, we'll help y'all.
Yes.
I'm actually finishing my parents up ballot tonight. They're getting the cheat sheet. Nobody really should be going. If you're voting in person, you shouldn't be going in there just going in there. You need to come in there with a piece of paper. You already need to have your shit on there. Know what the fuck you're voting for.
Yeah.
Ciao. All right.
So that's all I got. We voted. So I took it straight to the place. I took it to one of the voting drop-off spots.
Oh, you took it directly to the...
Because like the thing is like...
Neum dropped it off at D.C.
Yes, I did.
At the White House. Neum took it to the White House.
Is this where we drop off the voting thing? No, but I did that because I was like, well, I will put it in the mail because you can put it in the mail here in California and it's free. But I was like, I ain't got time for this shit. Like, I'm in the area. I had to go drop off some stuff at Amazon. So I was like, well, it's around the corner from Amazon. Let me just go. So I went, and it was amazing. People was in line. I got a little sticker.
Oh, you give me a sticker so I can wear it on the day.
Nope.
Well, that's good. But yeah, we're going to need y'all to go out to vote. So every episode, we're going to talk about voting till the voting done.
Yeah.
If you need help, ask for it. See something, say something.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Aaron, what we getting into today?
Yeah, we're going to do some pillow talk. So we're doing another questions episode.
Oh, we still got more questions.
Yes, to be continued.
Okay.
All right.
So we got Shout Out Friday too stuff, or we don't have no Shout Out Friday.
We got a lot of Shout Out Friday.
Oh, because we missed a couple
Fridays.
Fridays.
2 weeks worth of Shout Out Friday.
Oh yeah, so that's why we gotta leave more space. All right, well I'm gonna do Spitfire because Niram got on me last time, y'all, that I wasn't doing Spitfire quick enough. And next week can we catch up on our shows?
Yeah, well, yes, we can. You know the interesting thing and the funny thing, since you've been gone, I haven't turned on the TV. The TV has probably been on for maybe 5 minutes a day.
Have you been more productive?
Yeah, I have.
How so?
Because I'm making money moves.
Okay.
No.
I almost had an argument on this podcast. Go ahead.
I'm making money. I know what you was about to ask too.
I know.
No, but I'm making money moves. Something we can talk about. Well, I guess no, we can talk about it offline. I got an opportunity that's probably dope. That's
great.
In line with what I like to do.
Ain't that the way? Have you asked the Lord? He'll give it to you.
Yeah. So.
Come on, Spitfire. Focus.
First question: if there's one thing you can change about your past, what would it be?
I think I would take. Oh, it's my turn. I think I would take better care of myself. I think it's taking me into my 30s to really take care of myself, spiritually, physically, emotionally. I wish I would have started this. I wish I would have started being selfish at like 18. And just did it more. I think I would have just took care of myself more in like undergrad. I think I took care of myself like educationally, like making those right moves. But like as far as like losing weight, like really getting into that yoga, like traveling more, right? Like I think I would have took more chances. Like we told y'all, I think I would have traveled broke. I think before I was like, oh, I only have X amount of dollars. How can I go do this? Right. As I'm in 30, going to my 30s, my 40s mortgage. Yeah, I got to think about that. But as 18, 19, I had no business worry about that. So what if you get $2 in your account?
Mm-hmm.
You're 18. What else do you expect to have in your account, right? So
Right.
I think I wish I would have just took better care of myself for those types of things. That's the one thing I would change.
I think I would have listened to my gut more, like early on.
Okay. What? You never listen to your gut? That's
What?
crazy for me to even have one. Who
know,
was you
right?
listening to? The devil?
No, like outside influences and things of that sort. But I would say just listening to my gut on like things I want to do. I think if I would have did that early on, I think I would have been a lot more closer to my bliss. Even though I am like some people would say I'm living my best life, but living my best life times 10 next it.
Oh. Next question there.
Somebody said struggles of dating give personal relationships do's and don'ts.
That's the whole episode.
Yeah, pass.
What? No, but don't pass. Like pass, we're gonna make that an episode.
Let me see. I am.
Do you give one? What's one of your struggles with dating? Just give one, but I think that can be a whole episode, low key, high key.
I think one of the things like my pet peeve is like people who don't have a conversation. So like having an intellectual conversation is one of my biggest pet peeves. Like not having an intellectual conversation, everything is so surface level. So if we can't vibe on nothing deep,
yeah,
I don't like that.
Me, I think sometimes Nyambi was known for getting in the friend zone, and I stayed there too much.
You in the friend zone? Or you putting people in the friend zone?
I think I put myself in the friend zone.
Oh. Yeah, I can see it.
Because like I prided myself, like I always wanted like to have a partner or somebody like that we can really kick it with, right? Mm-hmm. So like what I always stayed in the kick it phase too long to where it got awkward, right? And I don't know if it was awkward for me or them. I don't know. It was just hard from, talking with someone and, meeting their family and be like, oh, she's like a sister to me. And it's like, oh, all of a sudden we fucking? Like, what? Mm-hmm. It just got weird. So maybe I should have shot my shot a little quicker because I think I'm a big flirt. Right. But I think that didn't transition. But I also care too. Right. Mm-hmm. Like, but I flirt with everyone, like men and women. So I think it then transitions to a thing where it's like, oh, that's just Nyambi. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get one-on-one with a dude, right, and you start having conversation with them, they be like, oh, you really care about me. They be like, oh, yeah, you care about me like a sister. It's like, I guess. What do you mean you can see that?
Yeah, I can see that. Just from our relationship and how we were friends first. And we was friends for about 1.5 years before we even started dating. Mm-hmm. And your whole demeanor, like everything that you were saying, I agree with. Like, it was all about friends. Let's just keep it kosher. And then I was like, what are we doing here? And I was like,
Nerum actually brought it up, not me. Yeah. Did I bring it? No, you brought it up.
I brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, with you, I wasn't planning. I was going to friend zone you, honey. And then Nerum just was so persistent and insistent.
Okay. Coming from the person who drove 2 hours every weekend to come see me.
Oh, Nerum. Don't do that.
Who was persistent and insistent.
You get friend zone vibes from me. I'm too.
Well, I know.
How would you describe?
I know I wasn't getting friend zone vibes when your ass was driving up 2 hours every weekend to come see a nigga because I was still on campus taking summer classes and working.
First of all, nigga, correct yourself. It was not every 2 weeks. Just because I came and visited you once that summer.
It was every 2 weeks.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
Because first of all, you know who my mother is. She'll get suspicious.
Every other weekend, you was up there visiting me.
She'll be like, where you going?
Driving straight from the box store when your ass is there the first time.
Box store 1.0. Oh, how the fools. I'm always driving from the box store to see Nero. Oh, how the tables have shifted. Come on. Next question. We'll do a whole episode on it.
Yeah, I bolded and highlighted that question. Somebody asks, is white fear a real thing? Yes.
Yes. Next question.
Should
we unpack that? I feel like I need to unpack it. Yes, no, I think that we talked about this yesterday.
Yes. Simple answer. Would you ever have other black podcasters and young professionals on your podcast to discuss black love? I think we had a few we had a few people on our podcast.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
I would love to have folks on here. Maybe we got to have some of our listeners to start a podcast. So maybe we need to invite them on or follow up some of the folks that we've talked with.
Yeah.
So getting married, isn't she?
Huh? Kara.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is getting married. She got engaged to that. Damn, I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too. That's why. Maybe we should follow up with some people.
Right.
Maybe we should send them a gift.
Yeah, shit. Can we get an invite?
Look.
Can we get an invite?
We can't be like, hey, do you remember us? No, I'm not. Then we had the Black Guy Who Tips, and then we actually had our friends on. Actually, been on twice. My parents have been on, but I'm completely open. I think we just haven't did that, right? I think because I've always been working full time, right? So this is the 5 to 9, not the 9 to 5. So I think just with our recording schedule, right? Like, we get 3 episodes out a week, but when we record, it's very, based on my availability. So I think it's a little harder.
Yeah, it's that too.
But no, I'm completely open with it. Maybe we need to make some type of goal for next year to get like a few folks on.
Well, I'm good with that, but shit, you don't want to have anybody on. The thing is, like, I don't want to this
bring
podcast
any old ass on to see what happens.
Exactly. No, but that's the thing though. Like, I don't want this podcast to be an interview podcast, because if I wanted to do that, I would have just changed the format a long time ago. Like, I think I pride myself on this podcast being like
standing a lot of eyes for Black Love Matters.
Hey, I'm just saying.
No we's in there.
I'm just saying this is my point of view.
Oh.
You made me lose train of thought. What I was saying is that like pride in that having the content was
Niram, is you okay?
Well, you made me lose train of my thought, so I'm trying to bring it back.
What you're trying to say is that you want to stay true to what the foundation of this podcast was, right? So it's talking about Black love and having open discussion and dialogue, not like technical exchange, right? So it's just not, we ask questions, they get a response, promote a product, and we move on. That's not what this podcast is.
Exactly. So that, as well as, this podcast standing on its own 2 feet with us. So, like, knowing that we don't need guests to come on to, make this podcast hot. Like, we do it on our own. So,
but I'm up for visitors.
I am too. Like, I'm cool with that. But like I said, I just don't want to be any old nigga that got a book or some shit talking about, hey.
Any old motivational speaker. Somebody got mad because I called 3 people in Nigeria scammer. I ain't mean it literally. Ooh, they got mad. That's good, though. I'm glad the kids are feeling emotions, right? Because the kids born in 95 and before, after, they're just numb.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
She said, a person said, I don't know if you guys answered this in the past, but what's your full Black love story? Check episode 1.
Niram.
What? Rapid fire.
Why are you check episode 1? But it happened on One Enchanted Evening. Just to give a quick summary.
Jesus.
We met at undergrad, and we had actually the same scholarship. And Niram was checking in my DMs before DMs even exist on all forms of social media, Facebook, and an social media account named Zuga that doesn't even exist anymore. Niram was being a thought, and I think he sent a mail merge to every Black person, every Black woman on campus. But then I seen him at the scholarship meeting, and I called him out on it. And we were friends for about 1.5 years. That's the condensed version.
I don't like how your version is putting this all on me. Like I'm just a
thought.
Thought out here.
Bird. Yes. Yes. Next question.
Never.
I said what I said.
Okay. That's Nyambi's story. If you want my story,
go to episode 1. But you tell people, go to episode 1.
Go to episode 1.
You do your rapid fire, I do mine. Next.
What does it mean to have successful Black love? Hell, Niram and Nyambi.
Shit. No, nigga, let me know when you find out. That's what I was gonna say. Don't we say love is ever evolving?
Love is ever evolving.
I don't know. I mean, I think it takes love, patience, understanding, not falling out of love at the same time, right? Like balance. And it means something for everybody different, right? So being confident and standing in that. That's one of them answers like, what does success mean? It depends on that person, right? It depends on the perspective. It depends what you're shooting for. But I believe there can be a variety. I think there's a variety of Black love can display itself in a variety of ways, and I don't think one is better than the other. I think they're all beautiful. Makes sense?
Yeah, I agree. Makes sense. Yeah, so I think that, like you said, love is ever evolving. Black love is ever evolving. I think as we progress throughout the decades, how black love is viewed as a success will change over time.
You're right. And go ahead now.
So I think about like olden days where, grandma and grandpa who've been together for like 50, 60 plus years, high school sweethearts and who've been married, have, 15 kids, and, they pass holding hands. It's a little bit different versus now where it's like, millennials are barely having kids these days. And it's like, well, our black love is buying a house instead of having a wedding or, whatever.
Yeah, and also I like that how black love, a successful black love is inclusive black love, right? So like you said, it could be the couple with no kids. It can be the same sex couple, right? It can be the polyamorous couple, right? It can be the couple that's been divorced and they remarried, right? Like, all that. I think encompasses black love, where before I don't think we made that explicit. It was very much an older black couple, right? Male, female, like you said, very traditional American dream type thing. But now I don't think it has to be that at all, right? Yeah. Also, black love doesn't have to do with marriage, right? So it can also be the couple who's been together for 20 years or for I think just being more inclusive and welcoming. That's as a community, when we can do that, that's when we reach the point of successful black love. And, black love can be amongst friends. It can be amongst brothers and sisters and children, like, it's acknowledging that. It's acknowledging that it's complex, it's deep, I don't know. It's all those things.
Yeah. What are some goals you both would like to achieve within the next year?
Child, get these last 23 pounds off me. Establish a self-care routine and stick to it. Work on my discipline though. So if I had to do overarching, the other stuff is more task. I want to accomplish things to tick off the box, but more habits, like things I want to do to shape my character as I'm becoming, more and more confident in what it means to be the woman I am. I want to just hone in on that discipline. Yeah. Like, I think I'm getting better, right? But I really want to get to this point of being super, super disciplined, or the ability to be disciplined when I want to, and not doing fly by seat. And of course, continuing my walk with the Lord, honey, always. The crooked walk. Crooked walk. I fell off the path for a little bit. I was walking in the grass, but I think I see the sidewalk coming.
Oh, I'm glad to see the sidewalk, baby. You gotta get back on that sidewalk. I think my goal, it always go back to me running races and riding bikes and podcasting for a living. So, making sure I'm one step closer to that dream where I can podcast full time and run races and ride bikes. And do that full time, because it's very interesting. So, for example, I was at the barbershop the other day when I was getting my hair cut, and the dude was like, "Oh, so what you got planned for the weekend?" Blah blah blah, and I was like, "Oh, I'm running this marathon," and and even having that conversation with him, like, "What? Like, nigga, you run a marathon?" Like, "Yeah, dog." Like, shit. Like, how long that's gonna take? And like having that whole conversation, it's like, damn, man. Like, shit, man. That takes some grit, and being like, shit. You got me motivated to think about running. Yeah. Not saying I'm
not gonna do it. He said he just had thoughts on it when he at the kitchen table. He had thoughts.
When I'm at the kitchen table eating good, I think about you. But at least that's a start. So like, doing more of that. So that includes like running more races, getting sponsored by brands, things of that sort, as well as, finding mechanisms for monetizations for all of my podcasts.
Yep. Nice.
How to navigate death as a couple?
I mean, I think we just did a little bit. Like, do you mean if one of the people die, or just death period?
They just said navigating death as a couple.
Yeah. Do you want to take that?
My saying or phrase whenever it comes to death is that people are grieving, and there's no right or wrong way to grieve. So, whether it's somebody that, you know, that's on the other side. So with Nyambi's grandfather passing and things of that sort, like, she's going to grieve differently than me, and there's no right or wrong way to do it, and supporting her throughout it. I think it's the best way to deal with death, and like just not passing judgment. Like, that's always the first thing that comes out of my mouth whenever I want to say suspect, but whenever people are going through some stuff and people are like, you know what, this is some suspect behavior and I don't know about this person, I'm always the first person to be like, you know, there's no right or wrong way to grieve, and you can't tell nobody how to grieve.
Love it. I mean, ditto. I think grieving is a very individualized process, right? Like, and supporting each other through. Like, now, if you're talking about the death of a partner or spouse, something, like, again, I think that's a whole episode. Like, I would love to have an episode with like some of the like widows, right? And how do you do it in both ends of it? So, you know, there's young widows who've only been married for like a year or two, and then there's folks who've been together for like 50, 60 years. And how do you handle it and navigate through that space?
You know who you need to have, Miss B. Your
I
old neighbor.
know.
Because you didn't tell me
I
she
don't know
got
if
a
I'm
new
ready
man.
for that, honey. Allegedly, she got a new man.
Allegedly, she got a new man.
Allegedly.
Ooh, Shantae's got a man.
I mean, yeah, she
at
should. That's
home.
good. Good for her.
Last question. In your opinion, is there a correlation between your diet and mental health? In other words, does what you eat determine what you think about? Does what you eat determine what we think and how we act?
I think it has something to do with it. I don't think it's the end all be all, but I think it definitely influences it.
I agree.
Right? I think if you eat hot Cheetos all day, right? You're going to do hot Cheeto things. When I thought as a child, I did as a child. Right? But I'm not saying like if you're vegan, of course, all things. I think actually diet, it's moderation, right? That's my personal view. I think the best way to eat is in moderation across the board. But too much of anything, I think, is a bad thing. Yeah. And if you're just sitting there eating nothing but processed food, yeah, I think it's bad. And also, you know, with the veggies too, right? You know, a lot of folks who are vegan, I know a lot of fat vegans. And I also know a lot of vegans who are skinny but not healthy, right? Yeah. Like, I think it's all about moderation, but absolutely. You know, the conspiracy theorists and the revolutionary do believe that they pumping this Popeye's chicken with GMOs and this corn with other stuff, right? And you eating so much of certain things that do got an influence on you. Do I got scientific proof? No, it's just my intuition.
Ditto. I agree. There's something going on. I can't explain it. But what I would say is that there's not one diet better than the other. Like, no. When it comes down to it, it's really about finding your own way and figuring out what you can tolerate, right? Yeah. So if you're going to go vegan, can you tolerate it? If you're going to go paleo, you know, you're going to tolerate it. Yeah, listening
to your body, right? Like if you got celiacs and stuff, or you have a gluten allergy or allergic to peanuts, I don't need to eat peanuts all day, right? Yeah. It's bad for you, right? So it's listening to your body.
And I think that's the thing, though. Like, I think that's the hardest thing, because when we live in a society, we're already at a deficit mindset, right? So whenever the commercials come on and things of that sort, they always play in this deficit of, you know, well, if you did it this way, you'll have this better life and X, Y, and Z, and right, you'll fight rainbows and shit like that. But that's never the case, right? So it's really about like finding your own groove and finding out like what makes you happy about it and how your body acts to it, and like literally listen to your body. And I think that's the hard thing to do in this day and age, because we have so many outside influences that it's hard to like really listen to your body. So for example, if you eating something and you got the shit, so you always farting, that's a problem, right?
If you eat that milk, that ice cream, and it tear your stomach up, right, maybe you lactose.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you should get some coconut ice cream.
Exactly.
Maybe you should get some sorbet.
You know, you eat some bread and it tear your stomach up. Maybe you got a gluten, you know, maybe you got some celiac or some gluten issues, right? So just like really listening to your body. And I think that's hard to do in this day and age. And one of the ways you can do it is like keeping a journal of like all that stuff. Like, I ate today and yesterday, this is how I felt. So even all that stuff.
But that takes discipline too, right? Like, it takes discipline to quiet yourself down and truly pay attention to you, right? Because that's the hard part. It's easy to pay attention to other folks, other people do, but listen to your own self, taking your own advice, that's the hard part, honey.
It surely is. Alrighty. We got some Shout Out Friday stuff.
Oh, it's Shout Out Friday. I'm so excited. We got long Shout Out Friday, y'all. That's why we had to do a quicker pillow talk.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Am I going first?
Yeah, you can go first.
All right. So this is from Apple Podcasts, and it is from Morning Rides Are Bomb as Fuck by Kiss My Black _. We so inappropriate. I think we need to do a non-swearing episode. And just do and replace the word with like fudgesicle or something and just see. Because we were all rubbing off on each other. Anyway.
Pass.
And it says, I listened to you all on my way to work and you guys are hilarious. This was the first podcast that I came across and don't regret any parts about it. I even got my husband listening, which is what says a lot. LOL. I know it's hard to sometimes get the men, especially the older men, onto it because they be like, even when I talk to older men and like they'll ask me about the podcast and what I do or whatever, they'll be like, what's a podcast? And I explained it to them. They be like, oh, so you on the radio?
Like, no, it's on your phone.
I be like, it's not really the radio. They be like, what's the difference? I'm like, okay, listen, sir. Listen to it if you want. You ask me. You want me to continue, Nero?
I can do the next one. You can do the one afterwards. This one says greatest podcast by Zykia. And it says, this is one of my all-time favorite podcasts. I listen to Nero and Nyambi faithfully.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And the next one is from Love from MISSISSIPPI by 2214 McNear. And it says, you guys are the truth. Before work, I play your podcast while getting ready. I love the confidence, consistency, and conversation you guys have together. Please continue providing new content from Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. That's your people, ain't it, Nims?
Yeah, that is.
Oh, I don't got no folk in Mississippi.
Well,
but I be feeling the love from Mississippi, though. I do.
What you doing over there, girl?
There's certain areas that drawn to me. I'm drawn to Baltimore. First of all, I'm drawn to anything Baltimore, DMV, them my people. Mississippi, my people. Cleveland, my people. Detroit, my people. New Orleans sometimes be my people. It's a certain area in New Orleans folks I really connect with.
Mm-hmm.
And then who else is my people, Nero?
Texas
be my people too. Like it's certain folks that I go there, I'm like, oh, this feel like home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like my ancestors been on that ground before. Like I always feel a connection to them folk.
Yeah.
All right.
We got some emails.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our first one is from Miss Crystal from Miami. And its subject is episode 189. And it says, greetings, Niram, Nyambi. Greetings, sis, bruck, hus, saints, ain'ts, Africans, colonizers, and wannabes.
Y'all all are welcome on the Black Love Matter podcast community.
I had to pause this episode to respond to a few things. A. Marie, she released the EP title After 4 a.m. and an album called 4 a.m. I don't know what that say.
Mullahan?
Mullahan. I don't know. I fell asleep listening to.
Me too, sis. Did you realize I ain't come back to it? It was a horrible album. Go ahead.
I fell asleep listening to both on first listen. Whoever said she sounded like she was singing in a Pringle can hit the nail on the head.
Because everybody was tearing. Like I was excited because Anne-Marie be a bop, right? Like a nice little smooth, why don't we fall in love type stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, trash, Anne-Marie, trash. Go ahead.
Jay-Z nigga baby's hair. I almost died when Nero called it that. Sorry, Nyambi, but I love that look.
I don't like that word.
Go for it, Nero. Don't feel bad when Sister Nyambi looked at you sideways. She says, fetus and funeral homes. Check out this TED Talk on society and culture.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. She said the September 26th episode talks about it in details. It's only 20 minutes long, but very informative. And then she left the link.
Thank you. I don't like when Miriam say nigga babies.
What?
It makes me uncomfortable. And I say a lot of words.
But you don't like nigga babies?
I don't like that at all. When we have kids, you can't say that around them. I feel like that's a low blow. Like that's my line.
Nigga babies? Yes. Out of all the other things I done said?
Yes. It offends me. And then sis is right, Anne-Marie. That's why y'all notice that's my trend. When it's really bad, if it's just criticism, right? Just some positive, constructive criticism, I'll provide it. But when stuff be bad in our community, I just choose not to say it. You you'll notice that if we don't bring up certain topics,
If we don't talk
it's
about
just
it no
'cause
more, we'll give you a secret.
bad.
If we don't talk about things anymore, it's because it's bad, and we rather
It's a
just not
lie.
say nothing
Right.
else.
Right. You know, because I think it's okay being honest in the community and providing constructive criticism, right? You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
uplifting folks. But it ain't no need for me to get on this podcast and drag it like Twitter did.
Hmm.
But no, Emery, she missed the ball on that one. And I think she could have had a whole movement. You know who I'd be rooting for?
Who?
I was rooting for Emery and I was rooting for Ashanti.
Oh my God! That concert that got canceled.
I was rooting for both of them. What was that? Tyra Banks on Top Model. I was rooting for you.
I was rooting for you. All right. Next email is from Juliana. Subject is yes. She says, "Congratulations, Nyambi. Praise him."
Right? Amen.
Made me go into prayer immediately.
Immediately. I told you I wanted to drop to my knees when my manager was talking. I'm like, hold on. I gotta talk to the Lord.
Lord, if you handing out blessings, save one for me. God is good. Laughing my ass off. I stay cracking up. With you talking Bree and I fix our lives. Take us, Nyambi.
Because I just know I'm on a crooked path. Like some of the stuff I know intuitively, like innately, like Nyambi, why do you feel this way? Like this is against your personal values. But there's some stuff I can't shake, right? Because we all on the journey. So I just need to be honest with that. Like I completely know some stuff that I be thinking like is in left field. And I need to, that's from past experiences, right? Past hurt and trauma that I haven't let go yet. That's why I gotta go to Iyanla. Maybe I don't got my life fits if I know though.
Maybe. The next one is from Key. It says, "Hey y'all," and it says, "Hey guys, how y'all doing? Well, I'm catching up now. I've been slacking, but you know, God said be still, and I've been still."
Be still. Come on. Yeah, I know about being still. We'll be right here when you get done.
I do have a question. What is some advice you would give for people trying to navigate working with different types of people and understanding the workplace? I'm a firm believer in acting your wage unless you're trying to get promoted. What would what would either you do when you have coworkers trying to act like your supervisor?
Oh my God, white people doing white
Just tell
things.
their ass to sit the fuck down.
No, Nim, that is not the advice.
Oh,
Put a pin in it, and we're gonna do what Wednesday episode, and we're gonna name it that. Act your wage.
act your wage. All right, let me highlight this.
Highlight that, and we'll go into test. But no, there's some things you have to navigate through it, right? You don't be listening to Niram. Niram work alone by himself. Niram be the first one to go cuss somebody out. No, don't listen to him. Let me process this a little bit. And I'll tell you how to navigate because it's different type of coworkers, right? It's the nosy one. It's the one who ain't doing nothing. Like, you know, all of them, you got to handle them a little bit different. They're like bad baby daddies.
The thing is, I've been working from home so long. I don't know. I even know how to play well in
I can tell.
a work environment.
I can tell.
Cause I'm a hood nigga. I'd be like, hey, I catch somebody by the water cooler and say, listen here, you bitch ass motherfucker.
No, you don't.
Try me
And that's
again.
one is from Toy.
And I push their ass.
Nero, you trying to get a cage. It's from Toy, and the subject says, "Girl, get them lots." I think I am. I think I'm going to get lots. I think before 2019 is over, I'm going to have some lots. The message says, "Hey y'all, Toy again. I had lots for 3 years before doing the bit chop again, and I love them. I do think it's a smart decision to get smaller lots instead of sister lots. They are very expensive to get installed, and they are just as expensive to maintain. I had smaller lots when I first got them. I wore them down a lot because I was teaching. I was at a predominantly Black and Hispanic school. However, once I left the education and went into corporate, I had to find a loctician to really style my hair. Please save yourself the trouble and get an actual loctician." Yeah, that's what I kept saying. Like, I didn't want to just go to somebody who be doing palm rolling. I want a loctician, someone who understands lots, how to clean them, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Niram got a mean
you have
palm
to-
roll. I had them bitches for about 6 years.
you have to make sure you find someone who specializes in natural hair. Do not go to someone who just does lots at their shop sometime. They will mess up your hair or use products that mess up your lots. Yeah, because sometimes, you know, you get that product. Like, you're not supposed to use all that wax and stuff in your hair because it builds up.
Who in the hell using wax these days? Anyway.
Nigga, you'll be very surprised on the ones who using wax because they will mess it up. below are a few lock-up dudes that I had picks up from my ID, so you can see how flexible small lots can be. She had 123. Yeah, so I'm looking at sis. I'm looking at toy right here, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is hidden. Did she send the person information?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get that information. Oh wait, is she in her city?
I don't know if she even in Colonizer Valley, baby.
This be. Oh, look, yeah, get that number. Yeah, no, but she's right on the head. Like, I'm definitely looking for, like, she got 123. So I'm gonna tell the people I'm looking for, like, between 100 and 150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are gorgeous. Yeah, you look beautiful, sis. Alrighty, go ahead, Nero.
We got one from Nisha. Subject is congratulations and good luck. Hey guys, congratulations, Nyambi, on your promotion. Good luck, Niram, on your marathon. Thank you.
Yay! Then next we got Nerla. Oh, again, subject lots. It says, "Hey Nyambi and Niram, hope y'all are doing well. Have you had faux lots before? I had faux lots braids that was done with Marley here and loved them. You can also get crochet lots or goddess lots. Love you, peace and blessings." No, I haven't. Maybe I should try the faux lots before I get the real lots. I was just going ham, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I've been talking about lots for years though, and I've just never bit the bullet and done.
Yeah, because at first you was like, when I had mine, you was like, maybe I get them. It's like, then you was like, nah, I don't want to be that couple that both got locks. And I was like, what's wrong with that? And it's like, nah, because I don't want niggas to talk about we already look alike because we've been together so long. So now I need distinction between each of us.
Because we wear glasses, we brown, Leah.
Right.
That's too much. They be like, it's y'all brothers and sisters. No, nigga.
No.
Hey, bitch. Yes, neither. Hey, bitch, no.
So, yeah, go ahead and get them before I think about getting mine again.
I think I am. That's why I think I'm going to get this little piece of leave out and go ahead and get some, maybe heat damage. And then right before my heat damage kick in, go ahead and get some.
Just go ahead and lock it up.
Yeah.
All right. We got one from Alana.
You have permission to whoop his ass.
Hey, fight me.
Mm-hmm.
The Hate You Give audiobook for you. She said, hey, I listened to the audiobook, The Hate You Give. I thought you enjoyed it. She sent us a link. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gonna put that link up?
The Hate You Give is absolutely like good book and good movie. It's just trigger warnings in it. Like, y'all be ready. Don't go in there in that movie or read this book and be like, Nirma Nyambi ain't tell me.
It's trigger warning.
But it's absolutely great.
You can read the next one.
It's from ROG, and the subject is in-laws. The message reads, I really value y'all's insight. I could use help on this one. I'm long-winded, and I'm going to really try to make it short. So if it seems like there's info missing, there probably is. My sister-in-law and I have been getting close over the past couple of years. I knew that our friendship meant something different to her than it did to me. She really saw me as a confidant, someone she could turn for advice, and I just knew I had to get along with her for the sake of the family because I saw the benefits of our relationship. I ignored a lot of things that I didn't like about her because there was so much positivity coming out of our relationship.
Hold on, baby.
Sorry. Mostly family trips and our kids being able to do so much together. I should have left it at that and stuck with family trips only because as soon as you took family out of the equation, things went south. My college friends and I planned a girls' trip for this past summer, and from the time I told my sister-in-law about it, she wanted to come, but I said it's just for friends and we are trying to keep it just us. Turns out one of my friends dropped out. So when talking to my other friends, we agreed that she could be added. Even with the hesitation that I had about it. You should have followed your gut. I had her come with us. Funny enough, when we were leaving, I said to my mother-in-law, pray that we come back that me and sister-in-law are still speaking to each other. So it's been almost 4 months since we've spoken. So you could guess that trip didn't go well. And I will admit it was my fault. All the things that she ever did to irritate me built up. And she did one thing, and I faded to black and didn't talk to her for the last 2 days of the trip. We commuted once via email, not email on a vacation. I apologize for my behavior, but it might have been a backhanded apology because I said I don't think we should have ever been friends if we weren't of our husbands being brothers.
Damn. Ooh. Pause. That's a knife right there to the gut.
That was backhanded. This past weekend was the first weekend we were around each other since the trip, and it was awkward, as you can imagine. What really gets me is the fact that our husbands or mother-in-law don't seem to care that we aren't speaking to each other.
No, they don't.
Do I need to put up effort to repair this relationship, or do I need to just continue this awkwardness and say it is what it is? I know our relationship wouldn't be the same. Honestly, I don't know what relationship between us will look like after this. Any advice appreciated? I think you should try. Now, like, unless she done did something crazy, right? Did she steal some money? Like, what was it? Or is she just doing
shit, yeah.
Nigga shit or sister-in-law things that's embarrassing, right? Telling the same damn story over and over, talking about a sorry nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe they got some habits that you don't like, and you should have been like, yeah, I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, and I think you should repair it, but repair it with the expectation that it ain't gonna be what it is, right? Repair with the expectation that we're gonna be in this family, right? Parents are gonna start getting older, kids are start gonna get older, like kids are gonna start having kids, and we want to be in the same space together and have the good energy. And not that we can't kiki, maybe go out for some coffee or something, but we're gonna have to build to that point, and I think we should just let it happen more organically. But I do think it would be worth to put in the effort. Now, if she cut crazy, just know that you did everything you can do. But I think
leave her ass on the side of the road.
I do think for the sake of like the family and growing, right? It seems like she's open to it. It seems like the family's not too crazy, but you're gonna have to set clear expectations. Like, I'm not saying we're best friends, but like there needs to be some type of, common understanding, mutual respect for each other, so we're all can be in the same room with each other. And the parents and all that stuff don't care because they just don't care.
No, they don't.
No. Because they're going to keep doing what they're going to do.
Oh, you still ain't talking to her? Oh, well.
Also,
pass the greens, please.
Yes. How did their family fight? Right? So is that a norm in their family? So if they all fall out, do they just brush stuff under the rug? And so is this a normal thing? So that's something you might want to unpack too with your partner, so it won't trickle down to your relationship, especially if you're someone that wants resolve. But I say this worth it. Yeah. I say this is worth resolve. This is worth swallowing your pride for. I don't say swallow your pride a lot, but I do say this is worth swallowing your pride.
At least for the kids to play together. Yeah. You don't want them to be missing out on like cousin shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, y'all beefing it and it's awkward. And you be like, well, just go with your daddy. I ain't going over there. So at least
you don't want that.
Yeah, at least prepare for that. So, holidays and the kids can play together. And, it should be in a situation where the kids can know that the parents are beefing. Like, my mama don't like no mama, so I don't like you either. And it's like, y'all niggas don't even know what you're talking about. Y'all kids, sit down.
Yeah, go play Legos.
Right.
Yes, I would get to that point, or at least it's mutual.
Yeah.
Next, Neil?
We got one from a concerned wife.
What? Is this a letter or should we shave?
Do you want to read it?
Go ahead.
Subject is canceled husband's voter addiction. She says, y'all, I would like to remain anonymous to protect my husband. Okay. Crying and laughing emoji. All right. That's why you're the concerned wife. My husband is on the waiting list to be canceled. We have been married for over 10 years and share a beautiful life together. He was first placed on the cancel list for his avid support of Kanye. This nigga bought Yeezys recently.
Not recently.
Recently. And some new ones came out this weekend.
October. I do love a good Red October.
That's the Nike phase, baby.
Oh, that's when he was saying.
Yes.
Yep.
That was the Nike phase.
I know what I'm talking about.
And this weekend solidified his place on the cancel list.
Don't cancel. Put him on hiatus.
She says, I woke him up at the crack of dawn on Saturday and told him we need to early vote. We live in Atlanta, and the chief overseer, Secretary Kemp, is trying his damnedest to steal this election from Queen Stacey Abrams.
Surely is.
Not only has he enacted a exact match rule, purge over 100K voters, but he ensured that one of the most populous and liberal counties only had 2 Saturday locations, while the more conservative counties had multiple Saturday and Sundays locations open.
I'm sure open all day too.
Yeah. So we are arriving at the polling location, and we are standing in front of a lovely white gay couple chatting it up. We're probably about 100 deep in the line. I'm so excited because most of the line looks like us, surprisingly, because our county isn't the blackest. My friend, who is a PhD in pro-black as well, calls and I tell her, sis, slide through and come wait in line with us. My hubby gets a little too comfortable in front of the couple and my friend and starts complaining about the wait. My homegirl and I locked eyes and decided to roast him for for having the gall and the damn nerve to complain about waiting in line to vote. We called him every answer. We called
come on, Mega Evans. Mega Evans. We call ancestors from the dead.
We called
Harriet
the name
Tubman.
of every ancestor and lie advocate who fight for the right to vote. That's funny because that's something our crew would do.
Scott King.
That is something our crew would do. I know Nia ass will be all up in there talking about Niram, you doing that? But what about such and such? What about Megan Evans? Like,
who died?
Right.
For us. What about baby Emmett? What about Emmett Till?
Right.
We going through the whole civil rights movement.
Naming every single person, right? We lovingly let him have it so bad. He started joking that we were trying to suppress his right to vote. What? We frazzled him so bad he almost messed up his paperwork. And I was like, "Look at you! You almost failed the literacy test."
Oh, y'all doing so bad.
In all seriousness, thank you for reminding listeners to vote. We need every single vote. The sisters working at the poll location said earlier this week there were so many voters the system had crashed. Niram, I'm with you. We need to digitalize voting. I attached a picture of our wait. We waited over an hour and a half on the way to wait for the line, and the wait was going to be like 3 hours. Fingers on the cancel button. A concerned wife.
Come on! Oh, I love this one.
That line long as hell. Shit.
Child, you better wait at it.
Yeah,
I don't care if that line 8 hours. I'm waiting in that line. Bring a snack. I ain't getting Nyambi out the line. I'm glad we already turned in our voting. But if that line was long, I was gonna wait just like the DMV. She said almost canceled his ass.
Shit, I was gonna hire a task rabbit to wait in line for me.
What I need to do, but I was gonna vote. That's what. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
You can read the next one.
Who's the next one from Nero?
Alana.
Shut up. Subject everything. Hey y'all. First of all, I want to congratulate you, Sis Nyambi, on your promotion. I love the way you stand up and shout for the Lord for all he keeps doing for you. I feel you. He is an awesome miracle worker. Cue shout music. Niram, you are the man. You back your queen always. You set an example for all men on how to keep that ego straight. Your turn is coming, although you may already boss up in so many ways. Prayers with you on the race. You have the whole Black Love community sending positive vibes and prayers your way. Looking forward to hearing the stories. Miracles, blessings to you both.
Thank you.
Yes. Go ahead. Oh, this one is from Juliana. Oh, you know Juliana. She be doing it throughout the week. The subject says, "Bah, ha, ha, ha." She says, "Y'all had me crying on this morning. Get ready for work." Talking about Quincy and these stairs. I bet heroin back in the day wasn't that strong. I think it was pretty popular for Black musicians back in the day. Isn't that what Billie Holiday was on? I don't know. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. Heroin is strong.
I never heard of heroin. A live recovering heroin addict.
Heroin is not to be fucked with. And like when he said, I'm still fascinated. How many flights he fought out Nero?
I can't remember. 15, I think. But I can't remember.
We start counting the stairs. He fell down 50 stairs. Oh how high do you have to be to fall down 50 stairs?
I think it was probably like 10 flights, 10 or 15 flights. His ass fell down.
No, it was like 5, I think.
And he was like straight.
That still get me going. Oh, okay. What's the next one, Nero?
We got some from BlackLoveMatters.com. We got one from ROG, episode 190. It says, "Congratulations on almost 200 episodes. Very proud of you guys." And I was right there doing a praise dance with you on that promotion. Keep lifting up each other through it all.
Thank you. The next one is from Dr. D. Again, it's episode 90. My 5-star comment. The message says, "I'm at my desk hollering about these babysitting chronicles. Nyambi, beloved, it's a no for babysitting other children in Colonizer Valley. I love how you two support, disagree, and love each other. Peace, love, and grease." Them kids was bad.
I told Nyambi they was going to be bad.
They just emailed me, not the family, but like another family. And they want me to do something like next Wednesday. So I'm going to go. I'll let y'all know how I go.
Oh, okay.
But if it go bad, I think I'm all set. I think I'm gonna have to just maybe find a part-time job at like a Nordstrom or something to make a couple extra dollars. Because although the babysitting is super flexible, and I can just kind of throw on a t-shirt and go, I can't be having them kids get my blood pressure up going up that tree.
You know what? I'm gonna sign up for it.
Well, let me know. I'll refer you.
Uncle Miriam's daycare. Because I don't mind cussing out a kid.
Don't be cussing out these comments. Like, you gotta talk sweet to them a little.
No, I know how to get their ass. They just need a deep voice to say, "Sit your ass."
Now we could be cussing at them kids. They don't get screen time, let alone cuss time.
Well, sit yours.
That's the thing. Like, these kids, I'm a little nervous, right? Because as the doctor told me, I'm be a geriatric mother. So y'all who parents, how do y'all, like, when y'all really know screen time, what y'all be doing with them niggas? All day. Like, I understand you read books and you paint and you exercise and do yoga and you eat lunch. But, like, even just watching an hour of TV, that's bad. Or, like, the iPad, that's a bad parent.
No screen time, baby. No screen time to me. No screen time. They over here trying to limit their addiction to the screens.
I mean, I'm addicted.
Yes, you are.
That's something we're going to have to work through as parents, Nero.
Yes, we do.
Because if we tell them no screen time, we're going to have to limit ours.
Well, that's something you got to start with now, baby.
Oh, please. You're right in line with me, sir.
Baby, I sleep with my phone in the other room. How about you?
Nigga, you just started that 10 days ago.
How about you?
Okay.
But I'm making a change. What you
doing?
So
for the parents who limit screen time, do y'all limit screen time?
No, probably
So is y'all one of the ones who be like, don't look at the screen, and then you go look at your phone?
Look, I got to go to the bathroom. Ooh, my stomach is just messed up.
It's equivalent to when parents used to be sitting next to the remote control and call you from downstairs to go get it. Lazy.
Oh, lazy ass.
I don't know. What is the protocol on that?
I don't know, baby.
They only can get an hour screen time a day. Did that mean I only get an hour? Or because I'm grown, I get 3 hours?
Well, you get more screen time because you work anyway. So you get as much screen time as you want at work.
Yeah, because screen time mean anything. Like computers, everything.
Anything that got a screen.
What was our equivalent to screen time?
I don't know. I was going to say video games.
I don't know, though. I guess. I never played tons of video games.
But that's what I'm saying. You didn't. And the thing is, like, compared to now, video games these days is addictive as fuck. Exactly. Compared to playing Sonic and Mario and shit like that.
And go-karts.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to unpack that more. I'm going to have to ask my friends real talk. Because, I believe in a parallel practice. And I don't want to be too hypocritical. I know as a parent, some stuff I'm going to have to say and do, and that's going to be opposite, right? But that screen time is something I'm always digesting. Especially on this nanny app. They be like, no screen time. I'm like, Jesus, don't sign me up. I want to watch Hotel Transylvania too, my nigga.
Look, you want to watch TV with the kids too.
I like some of these cartoons. All right, now we got any voicemails?
Yeah, we got some voicemails. Here goes the first one.
Oh, we got multiple?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Nyambi. Hi, Niram. So, Nyambi, you should know you're from Detroit, okay? Come on. Yeah. 313 all the way through. When we do our waves, we have to leave a little bit of leave-in conditioner. Niram, you're mostly right. We don't really wash. When I have my waves, I wash maybe once every 2 weeks. But even that's natural. Even now I have curly hair. I only wash my hair about once every 2 weeks. But, you can do some leave-in conditioner. Like Niram said, woofing. You can do woofing. Although, when you said woofing on the podcast, I immediately thought of sexual shit. But then I realized what you were talking about.
What type of sexual shit is called woofing?
I did too.
By the way, this is Carlos Dillard. I don't know why I didn't say that. I'm in here cleaning my house, listening to y'all. I'm living my best life. But no, guys. Miami, we do clean our hair. Don't call us nasty niggas, but I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
He trying to keep me was talking about them waves because Neil talking about you just keep brushing it. I said,
you do.
Nasty niggas brushing it?
Because
I'm thinking, I'm thinking about the men who be on 1,000 with their waves, right? Where it be so deep that it's like when your water hit, it's gonna revert. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think I'm thinking about like the guys with like more normal 360 waves, right? I'm thinking about the other stuff. And maybe I just been in the natural hair community so much. So water, reversion, curls, all that stuff pop.
They just be brushing, baby.
Actually, I should have asked some of my cousins while I was here, but none of them got him. None of them got waves.
Not even
No.
Oh, really? Because he
pride
himself on waves.
I know.
All right.
I know.
He goes.
But thank you for the message. No, you're right. He said I put a little conditioner in there.
Yeah. I meant to mention that. Yeah, you know, a little pink moisturizer. Yeah, they used to be the shit back in the day.
Not pink.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I can smell it.
Yes.
I could just smell it when you say the name Pink. Okay, come on.
I don't know. This is a new number. Who this?
Yeah, you can't be screaming, boys.
Lord, I will live.
Come on, you better hit that
note.
To the hills.
To the hills.
Hallelujah.
Knowing
oh,
my help.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
You. The help came for you. Doggone it. With this daggone promotion.
Come on.
In fact, can I just say that had me laughing? I just want you to know that I bust out laughing at work. I'm so excited for you, Miriam. I hope you plan on running your little life away because Naomi got this little promotion.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's a big promotion. Big. Look at the Lord. Look at Jesus. Look at how he worked it out.
Steps in the shows out.
You know what? Lord,
come on.
I will live.
Sing the
song. Can we get a praise break?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, this is Amber checking in from the DMV. Yes.
Amber.
And I'm just so excited to hear about this. I just had to stop listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
So I can just give you a phone call because I know I'm going to forget by the end of the episode. But another thing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell y'all, I just got back from a trip and I had a layover in Detroit.
Yeah.
No. My flight was going to Detroit for the layover.
Yeah.
Leaving D.C.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, every single person on that flight had every type of Gucci, Burberry, Louis Vuitton, I don't know, every single designer bag, white, black, Asian, every single person.
Yes.
They cut her off. Hold on.
But she right about that because I was in a beauty shop and everybody was getting their hair done. And it was like, yeah, you got them. You ordered that new Fendi that came through. And I'm just looking like these niggas is just ordering Fendi and Prada casually. I got to save for a year to get a keychain.
Oh, my God. Amber left another. Let's see what
okay.
I'm calling back. But when I say everybody was on that flight, decked out, I said, Lord, this is Detroit's finest. And all I could think about was you two. Okay? I'm so excited for you guys. Miriam, I hope you do a great job on your race. Naomi, I am so sorry for your loss. I'm so behind on episodes, but I do apologize. And I'm so sorry for your loss. You know what? I said it back. I do not like when people say that. We are praying with you. Okay?
Thank you.
Because nobody knows how you feel but you. So I'm praying with you. I'm so glad you got a promotion. I'm all over the place. Miriam, why did you take Naomi to that movie knowing that she would be triggered? Why did you simply do those things to her? Stop it. That is problematic behavior.
What?
Anywho, I love you guys, and I just wanted to check in. I'm going to finish listening to the episode, and I may need to call back.
All righty.
Amber, how's that problematic behavior?
You know, I'm sensitive, so
taking my woman out to go see a black movie.
I'm an empath. I take other folks' energy. I absorb it.
So I should have seen it by myself. No date night.
Come on, Nero.
There's no date night. Yeah, we got another one.
Okay, is this the last one?
No.
Okay. Nero, you literally just opened the app, didn't you?
No, I was trying to figure out. Hold on. All right, here we go.
Oh, okay.
No, because it was something.
Go
never
ahead.
mind.
In the car on my way to work in tears. It's so funny. Here goes Nero. Is that a heart? Listen, congratulations on your extra money. Lord knows we love when the white folks love to serve the extra greenery. We appreciate it.
Little piece of coinage.
This praise song.
Praise
It's
him.
warming my soul because it is too funny. She said, play music. Okay, I'm going to continue to listen. Bye.
All right. Thank you so much.
Here goes another one.
Yo, it's Shan.
Hey, Shan.
Hi, Nero. Hi, Naomi. Naomi, you are cracking up this morning. Not for the skin. No, but it is a lot of nasty, all entitled individuals, mostly male, who think they don't have to go to the doctor and get themselves checked and do smart testing.
Yes.
That's what I call it, smart testing, because the girl that they're dealing with go and her stuff came back clear. That don't mean shit.
Come on.
A lot of these nasty ass diseases and things stay around in your body for months,
Dormant. Come on.
a year before you see a symptom or whatever.
Yep.
Why
Yep.
not know? I don't understand, like, this whole stigma with men. Oh, well, I don't want to go to the doctor because, you know, I
Take your
don't want
nasty ass to the doctor.
Don't nobody care.
Yep.
It's better if you know so you can take care of it, especially if you have children
Yep.
or you have other family members who love you, who want you
Come
around.
on.
We want
Yep.
you to be around with your private parts, too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Take care of yourself. Men, stop doing that nasty shit. And
Yep.
a lot of these young women think it's cute to be out here just stroking. Just stroking. No.
Nasty.
Get in there to make sure it's clean. And if it ain't clean, then, hey, get off of it. All right? And I wish life was like them so we could see what they got on the top of their damn head with their nasty ass. Bye!
Bye, Shan. Thank you.
Thank you. Hilarious. She true though. She ain't said nothing but the truth.
She ain't said nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth. We got another one there.
Nah, baby, that's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then close us on out.
Well, that was a great...
actually, before we close out, you know who I done came down. You already know who want to say hi.
Who want to say hi?
Hey there, Nero.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Been trying to just
Oh. Close her out. Take it out. As always. Close us out. Wait, she can't hear. Go ahead.
Nero, she's trying to get me drunk and full.
I made some rum cake.
Oh, okay.
All right, close us on out, Nero.
All
Can't
right.
have nice.
To submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. To leave a comment about anything that we talked about, we got that website, that's Black Love Matters. We got that SoundCloud, that's Black Love Matters. And we also got that voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. And remember, love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.